Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and I welcome you to another one of my Living Consciously videos. I, for whatever reason, I can't seem to get Facebook online today. I don't know what's going on with the universe because when I have problems, it's usually something that is in the multiverse. And I'm just going to go ahead with this. And if I can ever get Facebook Live, if I can get Facebook adjusted correctly, I will redo it for that. But today's topic is energy distortions. And what I'm going to do is talk about the remainder of the sessions that I've had personally, and where I saw the distortions that I talk about. Some of you may notice that I have a sling on. I have a broken arm, but obviously that doesn't prevent me from being able to give Reiki, to receive Reiki, or to talk about Reiki, or anything to do with energy. So we're going to start with I covered about 9 topics, last week, and we're gonna start with these, this week. First of all, steel barricades. I occasionally have seen where people literally put up protective shields around their front, their back, side, top, and bottom. Under no circumstance can a psychic get through a protective shield if you've put that up. That is out of the question. So, and I know there was one time a young man came to me, and this was during the time of a psychic fair in Maryland, and he was, I don't know, somewhere I had in the neighborhood of already 20 people before him, and he sat down, and I looked in every direction, could not get a thing about him. And so I asked him, I said, "I'm not able to read anything about you at all." He said, "Oh, well, I just attended a 3-day workshop over the weekend on how to put up your shields." And I said, "Well, you've done a very good job of it because in putting up those shields, I no psychic can get through." And so I absolutely laughed because effectively he sat down, asked for a reading, but then didn't allow me to do it psychically. So anyway, um, this is effective. And barriers like this are very good when you have invasive anything, invasive family, invasive neighbors, invasive uh, invasive spouses, invasive significant others, invasive coworkers. Put up a shield and protect yourself energetically from being interfered with. So that's, I call it a distortion only because at the time I experienced it, the most dramatic time I experienced it, it was from a gentleman who asked me to give him a reading and then prevented me from giving him a reading. The two next ones are kind of similar. They're, this is when I looked into a person's heart and I saw that the heart was buried under a massive pyramid. It was just buried deep inside herself. And she was a gal who desperately wanted to have a relationship, but it doesn't matter how you bury your heart. it's not going to work if you are not open to a relationship. The next thing is very, very similar. It's where the heart was in the middle of a wrought iron railing and gate. And she very selectively almost let no one in. Uh, so, again, I'm not saying don't be selective, absolutely. But if you do find the right person, by keeping a barricade up, they're just going to energetically feel you're not interested. So sometimes this can work for you, but sometimes it can work against you. So this is protection by energetic uh, things that you construct. The next one is prickly pins. I have felt sometimes as I give Reiki the release of 1,000 prickly pins into my hand. And I know this is coming from the person, and it's coming in the form of bits of anger. So, again, very important that you are able to give, uh, release anger, release emotions in a healthy manner for yourself, but not release them to a person that you cherish. And recognize that if you've built up that much anger against somebody, something is drastically wrong. You have not coped with whatever situation that has come up for you, and you are in the middle of giving yourself, storing into your body one angry situation after another. The next thing is a reverse flow. If you're right handed, your chakras should flow in a clockwise manner. If you're left handed, your chakras should flow in a counterclockwise manner. Counter, counter clockwise. So against, with the hands of the clock, against the hands of the clock. And if your chakras are flowing in the wrong direction, you have reversed their spin, probably due to tremendous stress within you. Um, the next one is energy cords. And energy cords are such that every single time that you've developed an attachment to somebody, you actually have an energy cord that uh, that is establishes itself from your um, solar plexus to that to the other person, or from your heart to the other person. And if that other person doesn't reciprocate, doesn't return your love, doesn't want to have anything to do with you, then effectively what's happening is that energy cord, you are draining your energy into that other person without any type of reciprocity. So there is no flow. It's just all your energy going out. So be very, very mindful of energy cords to loved ones who got away or who you think got away. The last thing I wanted to cover is holes, tears, and folds in your energy field. Your body is formed against a template called the etheric fabric. And the etheric fabric should be smooth and even. as so that your body forms against it without any kind of distortions. If you have holes or tears or folds in your etheric fabric, then that's going to cause a discomfort in the organs around those holes, tears, or folds. So, the etheric fabric is not something that is very commonly known. I haven't really had a video on it. Um, I will maybe in the future, but it, just for right now, just know that every time you feel discomfort, that discomfort materializes both in your physical body as well as in your spiritual body. And these are the different types of things that can cause you to feel um, out of sorts, out of bounds, out of anything that gives you the ability to uh, give you wholesome vitality. So I thank you for watching. I will be here in a week's time, and I will see you n- next week for at hopefully closer to one. Thank you again, and happy 4th of July.